Hello, welcome to my take on the Tesco fireworks catalogue for 2020. Obviously, it's just my opinion, this one. Other opinions may vary. Personally, I'm not a fan of standard fireworks. They are fairly standard, run-of-the-mill stuff. There isn't much new stuff either in this catalogue this year. There is, however, a few pieces that are new, and to be fair, are worth looking into. So on the first page here, we've got obviously standard sparklers, Star One sparklers. You're probably better off with the cheaper ones, to be fair. And then we've got some new fountains there. So the dynamite fountain, which my little lad wants me to get, so I probably will. So for £7, 1 minute 32-second duration on that fountain, will probably be fairly decent. Should be nice varied effects, because standard do some alright fountains. There's sort of a company that owns standard are called Black Cat, and they do a lovely massive fountain called Bellagio. If you can find that one, that's well worth a purchase. But these ones should be decent. Ideal for the smaller garden, obviously, but there are better ones on the market, and slightly better priced ones as well, to be fair. And then you've got the one that I will probably get, which is the Rainbow Sparkle Fountain. It says that the profits go to that NHS charity down at the bottom there. So I'll probably get that one. And a word to the wise with that one, you will need to prop it if you want to put like 2 bricks either side of the sort of the edges there. Not the edges, the main bits, just to stop it falling over, because if the wind is up, it will take it over, and it could go anywhere, to be fair. But there should be some nice spread on that. They had a one called, I think, the Peacock Fountain a few years ago. I would imagine it's exactly the same incarnation as that. So that's those. Then obviously you got the 3 for £15 offer here, so individual prices as well there. So if you've got a small back garden, you want a little bit of fizz, then fair enough. But that's all it will be, is the fizz in that selection box. Those rockets, don't expect any big breaks. But the fountain, probably half decent there. So the fountain's probably the best piece of the 3 there. But there you go. Some shout outs as well, actually. Pyro JH, big fan of the channel. He's growing his own channel as well. And Grimsby Pyro. He's a top bloke, and he's got some good videos as well, so shout out to you two. We've got some what we call family favourites here on this page. So you've got your normal sort of missile cake, so it's got whistles, crackles and bangs, so it's a bit of an improved version of the old whistle cake that was just whistle, so there should be some extras in there. So for £6, not too bad for 100 shots, that's fairly average. You've got shot tubes there for £6, but you only get 4 shot tubes. I'm sure you used to get more back in the day, but shrinkflation and all that. So yeah, they should have some decent breaks in them, to be fair. And the rockets, well, it's a joint rocket / shot tube pack, so you get an extra shot tube, I think, in there. But those rockets will be tiny. They'll be 1.4 G effects. I wouldn't bother personally. And then you've got selection boxes here in various sizes. So you got your 2 for 20 there, 2 for 30, 2 for 40. The individual prices, though, are they on there? Can't see them. Would I go for them personally? I've fired a few standard ones. The ones with the sort of smaller cakes inside them, which I would imagine something like Disco Fever, or that one might be a little cake as well. When they've got the little cakes in them, they're okay. If it's just full of fountains, it's just full of fizz. It's not really brilliant stuff. But if you get the bigger boxes, should be okay. But the price range, I'm not too happy with. But they always make quite a decent profit from supermarket sales. If you can find an independent shop, an all year round shop preferably, that's where I would be going for my fireworks this year. If you don't have that luxury, then yeah, Tesco's, Asda, Aldi, Lidl, I think, are doing them this year. But Sainsbury's aren't doing them this year, but there's no great shakes, because to be fair, what Sainsbury's used to sell was similar to this, to be fair, and not really great value. In fact, worse value than Tesco from previous years. And I've been told Waitrose aren't doing fireworks either this year. They used to stock a brand called Bulldog, so they're not doing them either this year. So it is what it is, I suppose. If you can find an independent shop, you'll probably find better value, and you will certainly find better quality. So there you go. Obviously, that's just my opinion. Don't want to get sued. So again, sort of different cake sizes here. So 2 for 20 again. So you could mix and match with those other boxes. So small box and a cake, and a medium box and a cake, etc. So the Aurora cake there, 16 shots, 15 quid each. If you're buying them individually, do not get these. That is not worth £15 at all. 2 for 20, so you could buy 2, I suppose, for 20, or with the selection box, but at 20 quid for 2, getting there, but still not great value. I'm pretty sure these are all 1.4 G effects again, because of how they have to store them in store. So the effects won't be as good as a 1.3 G piece if you know your things. But obviously, you know, if you're not that bothered and you just want a little backyard display, then fair enough. 2 for 30 there, so slightly bigger cake, 22.50 each. I wouldn't bother with that one. 2 for 30 though, slightly better value, obviously. 22 shots. It says high noise, but obviously, yeah, it might be high noise. The brakes aren't going to be that big because it's quite clearly a Category 2 firework, so it's an 8 metre safety distance. Personally, I would go a bit further back than that. That's like the minimum. And then you've got the slightly bigger one, the Showstopper. So this is going to be a fan effect cake. So for those of you that aren't particularly familiar with fireworks and how they work, a fan cake is going to have a lot bigger spread in the sky, so slightly better. However, you will need the room in your garden to compensate for that, because with that fan, if you've got a narrow garden, you're going to go over into your neighbours, and if they've got things like conservatories or solar panels, things like that, then beware. And then what else we got here? So slightly bigger ones here, 75 quid, or 2 for 110, so slightly better with the deal. Oblivion, it should be okay, to be fair. Duration's only 1 minute though, so the jury's out on that one. I've never fired any of these, so I can't really 100% comment whether they're good or not. The Extreme Pack here, my problem with this is it says the duration is 4 minutes, and if you look at the description here, so it's 2 fountain mines and 4 fountains, so they're not all going to be sky fillers. And look at the duration here. It could be that some of these cakes only last like 10 seconds, or some of these fountains only last like 10 seconds. Let's bear in mind the price and the fact that there are some fountains at the beginning of the catalogue that are about 7 quid, aren't they? And 8 quid, I think. So the fountains are going to beat the ones in here. So we could discount probably those 4 fountains as being rubbish for the price. It's all about the price. So would I go for this? Personally, no. If I can get club card points, yeah, probably could. I tried to do this a couple of years ago with some of their stuff. I think they added like a unicorn fountain one year, which obviously that's gone this year, which is a shame because I think that was probably quite a popular piece. But anyway, I digress. So if you can use club card vouchers, probably worthwhile, to be fair. But I tried to do that a few years back and I couldn't do it. They wouldn't let me do it. So there you go. It saves paying full whack, doesn't it, if you could use them. I don't know what they'll do this year. We'll just have to see. And then grand finale, that might be worth a punt for 50 quid. It's 100 shots. It's 1 minute 15 seconds. So it's in the ballpark. That's not too bad a deal. And then the Power Shot Barrage pack. So you've got 8 cakes there. They're obviously Category 2. Oh, look at that. So here's something. So safety distance wise, 25 metres, that's going to be a Category 3 firework. You're going to need that distance in your back garden. So take that into consideration. This is for bigger gardens and sort of proper displays, really. Whereas this one, obviously, it's an 8 meter safety distance, so it'll be a low powered selection, category 2 selection, as we call it. So there's eight cakes for £100. There are quite a lot of brands that have their own sort of incarnations of cake packs, and I'll wager that pretty much all of them are less than that and will probably fire a lot better. You can get ones that are 1.3G. I would imagine these are 1.4G, but don't hold me to it. So there are, if you shop around, and you can shop around and you can be bothered, I'd probably go with something else, because that is quite expensive for the amount. And then obviously you get a 4-minute duration for the sake of £100. But then you can sort of compare it to 4-minute duration for the sake of £75. So if you're after duration, then obviously you get the smaller one, but obviously you've got fountains and mines at the beginning, not just all cakes. So it's a bit of, that's one's more of an all-rounder, I suppose, if you've got a small garden. But again, if you've got a small garden with an 8 meter safety distance, you could get that. That's more of an aerial, well, it is an aerial pack, so all bursts. And that, I think, is pretty much it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. They've got some extra bits here. Obviously, port fires, you can light them with a lighter. I have in the past. Port fires are quite good, but they don't last very long. So if you've got lots of kit, you will need a few packs of these. And just be careful what you do with them, because they can be a bit ferocious at the end. So I remember one year burning some jeans. Just be careful what you do with them. And then, yeah, torches and bits and bobs. And you can fill out the list, and obviously, like, take it when you go in first, hand it into the desk, and then when you do the shop, apparently they will have it all waiting for you as you exit the shop. So there you go. There are all the prices there. What would I personally get? I've told you, I haven't had those fountains down there. The dynamite fountain, £7. Where was that other fountain? I suppose that's all right for £6 there. There was that NHS fountain as well. I can't find it there, but anyway, they're personally what I'd go for. I'm not going to go big on supermarket fireworks for obvious reasons. And there's a firework code there. So obviously have a safe bonfire night when you have your fireworks. Make sure it's fun, but do follow the rules, because they will burn quite badly if you don't follow them and use them irresponsibly, and obviously don't give them to kids. So there you go. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And I'll see you on the next video. Plenty of content coming on my channel. Bye.